My name is Savas Nikopoulos, and I'll be your guide to Japanese migration policy. Since ancient times, the Japanese have been isolated on the archipelago until the Portuguese and the Dutch showed up in the Middle Ages. Japan then enacted an isolationist policy called Sakkoku, which means closed country. Nearly all foreign nationals are barred from entering Japan, and the Japanese were barred from exiting for around 220 years until Commodore Matthew Perry of the U.S. Navy entered Tokyo Harbor in 1853 commanding 4 black ships with Paixhan cannons, larger than any Japanese had seen before. He delivered a trade agreement to the shogun, which was promptly signed. He returned to the U.S. successful, with Japan finally opening up to foreign markets after 220 years of isolation. Japan geographically is roughly the size of the eastern seaboard of the United States. It is extremely mountainous and dense, with the population currently sitting at around 127 million, a third of the United States, with 45% of it concentrated in just the three cities of Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya. While around 13.5% of the US population is foreign-born, in Japan the number is only around 1.75%. 98.5% are ethnically Japanese, with the remaining 1.5% being a combination of just about everything else, with 70% of that group being from another East Asian country. As such, it is often rare to see non-Asian people even in large metropolitan cities. Just as often, the foreigners that do exist are gawked at, especially in rural cities that don't see much tourism. They aren't hostile stares. Just imagine your reaction if you saw a leprechaun on Huntington Avenue. While Japan welcomes people from 66 countries to visit visa-free, staying longer than 90 days or working requires a visa, which are limited to either those of Japanese descent, those recognized by the government as having exceptional skills, or international university students. Since obtaining a long-term visa is already difficult, the amount of successfully naturalized migrants is very low, and Japan doesn't allow dual citizenship either. Japan isn't remaining homogeneous by pure chance. It is part of a national policy supported by most of the population, who are very traditional and skeptical of foreigners, whom they see as a threat to the tight-knit social cohesion in their country. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of the right-wing Liberal Democratic Party is slowly opening up the borders to low-skilled guest workers, who are expected to leave after their short-term work contracts expire. The question is this: should Japan open up their borders and accept more diversity in our globalized world?